Today, our nation pauses to reflect on the anniversary of 9/11. We are honored to welcome a guest whose journey of survival and resilience offers a powerful reminder of hope. Chef Franco Lania is a South Tower survivor who escaped the horrors of that day, but like so many, he was left with invisible scars. And in the years that followed, Franco found healing in the most unexpected place, his kitchen. Cooking became not only his therapy, but a way to reconnect with life, purpose, and joy. And now he shares that journey in his upcoming memoir, Cooking Inspired. And he's here with us this morning to share his story and even one of his signature comfort dishes that helped him along the way. Chef Franco, thanks for being here.
Good morning, Ted. Good morning, New Jersey. I'm glad to be here.
It's nice to have you on. You're from you lived in New Jersey, right? You're from New
I'm a
Jersey.
Jersey guy. Yeah, I was born and raised in Springfield, New Jersey, Union County.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you, so let's get this straight so people understand.
Okay.
You had gone to the South Tower on 9/11/01 to get your food handler certificate on
It,
9/11/01. You didn't
on
know.
9/11, I had just come back from working and studying abroad in Italy. And I was working in a Michelin star restaurant, believe it or not, in Milano. And I had come back to the States. I was going all through Manhattan looking for a job. I finally landed a really good job at a restaurant that was opening in Soho. It was an Italian restaurant, a lot of PR behind the opening and everything. And they told me that my Department of Health and Mental Hygiene certificate had expired while I was away, and I would need to take the test again, which was no big deal. And they gave me three locations: Uptown, Midtown, or the World Trade Center. And I was living in Jersey City, New Jersey, Pavonia, Newport area, directly across from basically the World Trade Center, one path train stop to the World Trade Center. So, of course, I chose to take the test in the World Trade Center. It was so close to my house. And that's why I was in the World Trade Center that morning. I got there a little bit early, like around 8:30, so prior to all the nightmare that took place. And the rest is history. I mean, we all know what
Yeah,
happened there that day. Yeah.
clearly, Chef. And how did the trauma of that day affect you in the weeks and the months that followed? Like, well, what was the impact on your life and your career? Because did the restaurant ever even open, actually?
The restaurant opened much later, about a year
Mm,
or a year and a half later. I was married at the time, and my wife was 3 months pregnant. We were living across the Hudson River in Jersey City, again across from the World Trade Center. That
mm.
was the whole reason why people lived down there, was this beautiful, gorgeous site of the Lower Manhattan. And we had to move because of the air quality and all the things that I think Beth was just talking about, the aftermath of 9/11, and a lot of the air quality, and a lot of people, there's more people I think passed away from cancer and the aftermath of breathing in the air and the particles of 9/11 than actually died in the building
Yeah.
itself. So there was a lot of that going on. So we moved. We moved out of the area, moved over into Springfield, New Jersey, and then where I'm originally from. And then eventually we reorganized everything, and I moved down to Miami. So we got out of the area while all that was going on, and I continued my career. But what sparked a change in me was that I don't know. I just didn't feel like the recipes and the secret ingredients and these famous chefs and all this stuff didn't mean a damn to me anymore. Really, I thought it was really useless in trying to pull myself out of this spiral that I was going on, because the 9/11 dredged up a lot of unsettled things in myself. I'm sure it did with lots of people. So I really wasn't certain if I even wanted to continue to cook. I was going to maybe just do something else. It seemed pointless in comparison to what just occurred there, and putting so much love and passion into this thing. And then, within a blink of an eye, everyone's life changed. And I mean, I was fortunate, but there was many people that weren't fortunate. And my heart bleeds for them to this day. It's just an
And
awful,
then
awful.
and Chef, only because we're running a little tight on time, I want to get to this. At some point, you
Oh yes,
realized
of
that
course.
cooking became more than a job; it became a path to healing. It was sort of your therapy, right? Talk about that.
Yes. So basically, what I did was I went into the fundamental aspects of cooking, where just something basic like chopping and sautéing, and those things that draw your mind into a recipe. Because you can't really cook anything good if you don't have your mind focused on something. You'll
Right.
make something awful. So I kind of got to the point where didn't even want to go to a grocery store. So going into a supermarket was a big hard thing for me, and I used to explain this to other people. I mean, you don't eat right when something happens. I mean, you break up with someone, you have a tragic event happen in your life like 9/11, and see, we used to grab a can of soda and a bag of potato chips rather than eat, and you're not getting the nourishment you need to think or orchestrate of a plan to make your life feel better. So if you can run into a supermarket, grab a chicken breast and an onion, and stay in the periphery of the supermarket rather than the center where all the lesser nutritious foods are, and get home and just in a saute pan. So here's my recipe: some oil. You put in your chicken breast. You chop the onion however you want. You throw it in there. Forget about the fancy, Michelin star cooking. Don't even add any wine. A little bit of water, quarter cup. Put the lid on it. Let it cook. When you open it up, you'll smell that beautiful aroma of the chicken, the onions, and you got yourself a nutritious, delicious way to start to rejuvenate yourself and bring you back to eating right and getting your brain right to get out of the dark cloud that rolled in over your life. And that's the crux of my book, Cooking Expired.
Right.
It's my journey and then going through trials and tribulations and using food as an aspect to pull yourself up by your bootstraps when you have no bootstraps to pull yourself up from.
And so many people, chef, so many people have made cooking and serving in restaurants through their career, and it's saved them through ups and downs in life. We have to have you back on, chef, when we don't have 9/11. I wanted to tell your
Uh,
9/11 story, but let's have you back on. We'll do a cooking segment in the future. We'll arrange that, and I want to
that would
talk
be
more about
lovely.
your. All right, please, because I'm a foodie and fellow former restaurant worker, front and back of house. So we'll talk about
Okay.
it. All right,
Thank you,
his
Ken.
upcoming. Thank you, Chef. His upcoming memoir is Cooking Inspired. South Tower survivor of 9/11, Chef Franco Lania. Thank you for sharing your recollections of that tragic day with us. God bless you. Have a good day.
Bye bye. Ciao, ciao.
You bet.